It's 7 a.m. I don't have a shirt on because, do I really have to explain myself sometimes? All right, so finally, we've been waiting for the day. Like I said in my last video, one of my last videos is that, they're about to drop an update. I'm pretty sure that since they messed up their gold thing, they like wanted to do something else. We got a lot of things to go over. New hero chance up, which is very strange. I think, is this the first time they're putting like a banner, or maybe it's just the hero recruit? We did see that in the clip. We got 1, 2, 3 update announcements. I gotta put a shirt on, or maybe I shouldn't. I'm gonna put a shirt on anyway. Without further ado, skidamaricky dinky do, let's get into it. All right, that's all y'all getting. I promise you, like, the only a couple buttons are actually. Wait, what is that? A bottle? I'm like, what is that in my screen? That's so weird. It's one of my sparkling ices. Please sponsor me. Anyway, let's get on to the update. The magical update season 3. We already know about that. Well, if you didn't know, you should have figured that out from someone else's video. So there's this weird little thing. I always click that wrong button. We're getting a bunch of like free stuff. I gotta make sure I get the 5 hours. I'm good. I'm gonna probably go into that right after this. Finish out that thing. We definitely got blessed on the core raid thing. I promise you that. Cumulative purchase. I don't care. Gifts. Let's just go to announcement 1. Go up from there. So we already know season 3 is happening. So let's see if they have any other thing. Chapter 14 will be modified, so it's a little bit easier. And guys, when they say that they modify it, makes it very easy. Like definitely easier. You may meet the faded raiders. Yeah, so these are faded, so we can't wait to see the other things. So are they going to show us what they are right now? So this is Carrie, which we assume because Carrie's a queen. She's the queen of St. West. Is that what they're saying? Yes, the first queen of St. West. Maybe they'll go more in depth of I think that they did say it was another nation. I think it is. First heir of the throne, so the first queen, no, Namiris, first heir to the throne. Okay, so she's going to be coming after her. I mean, like in royalty and stuff like that. She looks weird. This is a very weird design for a chick. It looks like she's like I wouldn't be surprised if she has like a rapier or something like that. It looks very fancy. And then the king John Donk. I want to use him just because his last name is kind of ridiculous. He's also dressed pretty spicy, and I like that. Nation Saint West, new nation Saint West. That's so fucked up. So there's the Wasted Red, and now there's Saint West. I do think that there's, like I said before in another video, there's a little bit of issue when it comes down to Brune and Vagabond. Well, Vagabond, I don't even think you can get the circles for, but it looks like this is a new area, like legitimate new area. So like, where are those circles gonna go? Like the little, if you do exploration in that side, what is it gonna go to? Nice little area. Don't really care about that. Account level expansion. So now we're going to 6 to 65, boy. Once you hit 65, you get nation recruit tickets and die coupons. I don't know. I'm hoping that your energy, your energy cap goes up or something. Like, I feel like a lot of games, not just this game, a lot of gacha games, when they expand the level, like, it's kind of weird. It's like you do get a little bit more, you can play a little bit more, but as you guys know, a lot of the more important stuff in the game is based on tickets, like to the little tickets. And since you can only farm the good stuff 3 times a day, even if you were to spend ZEUZ to keep refreshing it, it's not really that great because you don't get the stuff that you can get for the door creation. So it's a little bit weird that you can't really grind in the game. I feel like that's biting the game in the ass. Anyway, challenge missions is being reorganized. Yeah, whatever. That's fine. All right, so new fake core, silver. This is the silver fake core. We already know about this. Cafe Astarte. So do they show her moves? Like, okay, so she does get different moves in this set. So skilled entertainer, overtime effect, increases attack, defense, and health of all allies by 70% upon starting a battle in Northrend Frosty. In Northrend Frosty? That is very weird. And I can see how that might have to, because it's supposed to help you in PvE, right? So I'm assuming that there is going to be a battle in there, like probably a PvE battle, and then you bring her in there and she's going to make it a lot easier for you. I'm assuming that's the point of that. Nothing else seems to be changed. Still has this skill is ridiculous. Actually, I think it's higher now, 1050. I think it was 750 before, I'm not mistaken. But she does crazy damage, especially if she's signature force. That's going to be even stupider. But this seems very specific. Like, how do you know you're in Northrend Frosty? I guess Again, it doesn't include PvP. This is kind of something interesting. I'm actually very curious of YFOs. MFOs, of course, you know, MFO, this video is 100% MFO. But YFO, how do you guys feel about that? That's a very interesting change, a very PvE focused thing. And literally, I think PvP is in the Zebin Steiner, so it's not enough on Frosty. So, interesting. Very interesting, weird thing. Did they say how you actually get it? By doing missions or something like that, right? Yes, for solely for the hero strengthening guide, and in season 3, yeah, you get that after do the hero strengthening guide. Cool. Not too excited about it because it's not PvP, and for a lot of us, we will get through PvE even if you have to wait until a month later and then do it later. So it's just like, title update, village squadron, stuffy stuff, nation recruit improvement. So I was holding on to my tickets because I definitely felt as though I was like, I don't know, man. Like, I feel like it's not here yet, so we'll be here after the update. That's fine. Ooh. Oh, so this is gonna be, is this Carrie's body? No, this is this is a Schmid's body. So they're advancing that. What is Signature Force? What is Signature Force? I wonder if any of us know what it is. Do you know what Signature Force is? It's a thing ruining the game. So Wasted Red is going to also be light. So that's kind of interesting. So Schmid is light, and then they're also making this one light as well. The Wasted, oh no, this is Wasted Red. I'm stupid. Wasted Red is always like, I'm thinking Wasted Red and Saints West are like the same thing. So they're just, I guess Wasted Red, is it just improve? Oh, so they're just changing it a little bit, or are they just giving weird examples? Cool. New scout hero. Hey guys, have you seen the scout system? Maybe there are even less characters. I feel like this is really low. 1500 is pretty low. I feel like I'd have to go check the current scout system. 6000 is, this is the general, obviously, right? General, and then these are the 2 gets, and oh, John Duke is doo-doo. Let me just double check something real quick. I just want to see it. We'll go right back into that. Yeah, look, if you look at Dorka and you look at Schmid, they're 950, 9500, right? 950. They're 9500, right? And you know, they have the little thing, but she's very cheap in comparison. She's 6000. So it makes me wonder, are there not, like, do they not have minions in the Wasted Red? Not Wasted, Saints West. Jesus. It kind of makes you think, like, is that something? Is that a thing? Like, or are they just reducing it maybe afterward? Maybe I jumped the gun and I should have waited, but maybe they're gonna lower it? Not sure. So yeah. As a new nation, Saint West is being added. The elite soldiers of Saint West will be replaced. It's the name of the Saint Elite are being changed to elite. Oh yeah, because they're like the same thing, right? Newly added, blah 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 blah. They still have to fix the scout system. I still have not gotten any general from it. Meanwhile, I think with the boundaries of luck, and you know, it's still luck, right? I think that if I would have been switching and doing what I was doing before, taking all my legendaries and then putting them into a thing to get more fadeds and stuff like that, I think that would have been in a way better spot. But I've been putting everything straight into the scout system, and it just hasn't really done that well. Door to creation stuff, and that's going to be the end of that. Oh, yeah. Stuffy stuff. Who is this? Is this a skin? Special hero faded ticket. Baelish fake core without the hero. Cool. Fates. Oh, okay. So this is Bailey. This is probably his when he's around Carrie. Carrie. When he's around her, like this is probably his skin. So this is this is the what is the cumulative thing. So if you want this Bailey skin, you do that. Yeah. Yeah. No one's getting that. I mean, the people that spend, they'll do it, but cool. Improve the visibility of damage immunity. I know Dreadnought has been super pissed about that because it is hard to tell, honestly, if you watch PvP videos. Just the issue where being used again or another target. Yeah, not that I've meant to, but I've definitely seen that abused. Hey, what do you want me to do? So my Janai wins will probably be a little bit down. Because of that. It's all good. Address the issue where it's being activated according to allies mana, which was supposed to be the target with the executions mark. Wonder if that's gonna affect some stuff. I'm not exactly sure. And that is it for that. All right, so nothing too crazy. And then the last one is this, the hero chance up, which I'm just gonna click on here. So after maintenance to the 4th, so it's a banner with them on it. Does this say the skills? Oh, we can look at the skills, ladies and gentlemen. Let's look at the skills together. All right, so she's the general, right? So this is the most important. If these characters are even going to be able to survive the test, are they going to be going in there? And if we have to take a quick review of just Dorka came in and definitely could have spot, but her cohorts did not. Dorka herself was strong, but no one really uses Naomi or Kylok. A lot of also because they don't have FCs, right? And the same thing with Vagabond. You don't see Schmidt is not that bad. You see him kinda a little bit, but you know. His cohorts, do you see Azeon or CC? No, you don't, because they're just not, they need FCs to contend with all the nonsense that's out there. So she's a mage, she has mana utilization, she has the back row ally thing. Bramble afflicts target with less attack than self with Bramble. So afflicts target, is that like when she's attacking? At the market starter? No. So it's pretty much like a dishearten, and decreases health regeneration of all enemies by 20% for each Bramble mark on enemies. So again, it's a mark. We can obviously see that it's a mark, and it looks like you can reduce. It makes me wonder if all 5 of them have it, do they not heal? It's kind of like a way to stop healing, and they did release a lot of healing, and can you just stop them from healing if there's 5 of them with that on there? We obviously have to see her stats, which we don't currently see. But you know, that's very interesting. Next thing is decrease health of target by 3% for 10 turns when the target has a Bramble mark can be stacked. So I mean, that's interesting, I guess. Looks like she's very anti-heal. That makes her more PvP unit pretty much. And then you have this deal 95 AoE hit, and she also puts nullify heal. So you know, pretty much like, hey, you don't need to use Ramsey anymore. I mean, I'm pretty sure that it's slow. She's a mage. It would be weird if she was fast. And then she has the nuke 4 mana burst, which is pretty interesting. 750. So that's pretty good. Noble Rose. Can't wait to see her animations. Pretty sure they're gonna have like an animation trailer or anything. But we will do a full review on all the characters once we get them into the thing. I'm just reading their skills. So far, she seems okay. Definitely needs to be tested. 100%. Mana utilization, so another mage. It makes kind of sense. She's probably like her daughter. I'm not really reading it. Mana utilization 3, and then she probably has something to do with Bramble, I'm sure. She has a buff. Interesting. Increases the attack of all allies by 7% of her own attack. But also she buffs critical hits. So she's actually and they kind of needed this. I don't know what element she is, but a critical hit buffer, the only one that did do that was Sonato, and no one really used him, right? Because he doesn't really have any extra thing. He does have a nice cool burst after he does that AoE, you know, crit hit buff, but he had nothing really to do that. But still, she's gonna give crit hit plus an attack buff, which is in most gotchas, that's like the best thing right there. Crit, you give crit and attack, and then you go about your business of killing. But you do waste a turn doing that, so her speed is going to be important, and her follow-up is important, which her follow-up is a 5 mana burst skill. You know, the 1050. Everyone's getting this. The new rage. Emerald sword, that sounds sick. Tree of protection sounds but the emerald sword, I can't wait to see that. Sounds like she's emerald sword. I'm assuming she's green because it's green emerald. Decreases the block value of target by 50% when the target has Bramble mark. I hope this happens, like, I guess retroactively, I think is the correct term, that possibly the block value is decreased with this skill, because if you do a big burst skill and they block it, but then after that they get the mark that they, you know what I'm saying, that would be stupid. It's like you wasted all your mana, you have no mana anymore, and then yeah. So these two characters are most likely chaos. I think that they need to update how they release characters, especially like this when they're new. They should know that now with Unleashed Potential, we want to know what kind of character is this, or you know, it's very likely that they're gonna go crazy out of the norm. But let's say this is the first mana utilization warrior, you know, maybe it's the first mana utilization tank, you know, like stuff like that. Like it, you know, I doubt that they would mix it up that great, but there could be a possibility that they might try to do that, just saying. And then next up, and last but not least of this, is the King Duke, John Dunk. I keep saying Duke, but it's Dunk. So he has thrust, so he's probably a tank, right? So he's increasing his defense by himself. Come on, bro. Self buffs are so garbage. This is why he's so cheap, right? He's so cheap. Come on, bro. Self defense buff? Come on. I mean, he's already starting off. I need an FC, please. I would like an FC if you don't mind. Then he has the 4 mana skill. It's an AoE hit. Okay, deals additional damage equal to 200% of his own defense to the enemy with a bramble mark, but they need the bramble mark for that. So that would be interesting if you got an AoE bramble on all the enemies, and then he's doing this crazy 200% of his defense. Still requires you to S1 into S2 for a crazy thing. There are other defense buffing things in here. He actually has a little bit more spice to him because of all the defense buffing, AoE defense buffing units like Luke, FC Rudley, and you know, there's a little bit more to it. And then 200% of his defense, then he applies it AoE, which kind of gives us a defense scaling nuker. So that's kind of a little bit, that's actually something I would be interested in, because it's something that, you know, you wouldn't normally see. Of course you would run them up blue, right? Double blue awakening. That'd be interesting to see how much damage you can put out, but you still, all that investment you put into the dunk, and then you still would have to invest in the carry to make sure that that goes on. Her base attack is going to be very important. She has to pretty much have Bathory's attack if she wants to even somewhat contend in putting bramble marks on people, you know. So what do you guys think about that? Like I said, we'll do a more full review once I actually see all the characters. We're pretty much going to be reviewing the skills, the animations, to see if our hard-earned dollars have been going to the art team, as they normally has been. Oh, look at this, ACTIV. But they seem okay. This anti-healing thing is very interesting. We're definitely that's going to not damper too much, because a lot of people aren't having issues with healing. I know at the higher end, but not a lot of us are in the higher end of PvP. But it is interesting to see, like, you just can't be healing like that. So I think that that's going to be a big hit for at least to Dorka, like, you know, another hit to Dorka, unfortunately. And Dorka does not have high base attack. So if she has Bathory's attack, which I'm pretty sure she does, I'm pretty sure she probably have like a 1300, something like that, a really high base attack to topple over Dorka specifically on purpose. And then that will allow her to stop Dorka from healing, and then make it a little bit easier for you to get busy. Anyway, what do I think so far? Of course, what do you guys think? But I think so far the update looks pretty cool. It always does. We have a couple of days to have fun, see how difficult this lovely story is. The story is usually pretty fun. I do like trying to struggle through it, getting snagged at some point, and then figuring out how I'm going to level up my units to actually do that. That's actually normally where my leveling up of units always comes from, is from getting stuck in the story. So it's the only time I actually have something to work on. So I'm very excited for it. Excited for the new units, hoping that they can fit into a meta. But just like they do need to give some FCs to the newer units, because they, as cool as they are, as cool as Naomi is, as cool as Kylak is, as cool as Azeon is, as cool as CC is, they can't really contend in the meta without an FC. I think that they should release them with an FC. With an FC, with a thing, not like coming down later down the line as a, you know, as a banner or something like that. I think they should come with an FC and or something, because they just, those, except actually John Dunk, is stupid as it is, he has the most promise, I think, because he has an AoE defense thing, but you still need carry in order to do it. So he's very limited in that situation, but at least he has something very interesting. Meanwhile, the other chick really didn't, outside of a, you know, attack crit buff, which is nice, but you have to take a turn to do that, and then after that, hopefully you can nuke them to oblivion. And then there's also some things that then Tantalo, FC Tantalo still out there, you know, giving everyone crit, then you have to balance out the, there's a lot that goes along with it. So anywho, YFO's in the comment section below. Let me know how you guys feel. You gotta like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And just remember that every day the Kashino is your lucky day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.